Welcome to Heartfelt with Julie Majarison, a space for honest stories, tender truths, and soul-deep conversations. I'm your host, Julie Majarison, and here we explore the questions that stir something real in us. Questions about joy, fear, healing, and the moments that shape who we are. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, go deeper, and hear the kind of stories that remind us we're not alone in this human experience. So wherever you are right now, thank you for being here. Let's begin. I want to talk with you. I am going through a bit of a process at the moment, and I just want to unpack it in front of the camera. And I'm not sure how it's going to turn out and what I'll end up coming up with, but I'm really focusing on the abundance, my wealth. And I know when I wrote My Way to Happiness back in 2007, I did a chapter on affirmations, and affirmations have helped me throughout the years, but I really feel like sometimes I'm saying it and I truly don't believe it. So I was suggested a book, and it's called Afformations by Noah St. John. And here's the book here. And I've been reading it and taking on what it suggests. And it's really about questioning why you have something rather than saying it's already happened. So I'm not very good at articulating what's in the book, and that's up to you whether you read it, but I'm just going to share my experience with it. I've been writing lots and lots out, and I'm going to put my glasses on just to read you some of them. Just remember, when I'm talking about my stuff, it's my interpretation, and I just feel it's very healing for me to be able to share it. It's like I'm talking to my best friend, like my inner child, as I'm talking to you. So I do go through a bit of an issue of, because I have never really felt heard, sometimes I cut myself off from really explaining what I want to say, because my headmaster self says, okay, that's enough. If you haven't made the point, well, just move on from it. They're sick of hearing about it. So I'm unsure whether I do reiterate and go over things over and over again, and it is annoying, or whether it's just my headmaster self telling me that. So hopefully I don't repeat myself too much, and I actually get some peace from understanding what I'm going through at the moment. Since I have started this podcast and opened up the door of speaking heartfelt, I have been going through a bit of a process of lack. And because it costs money to run a podcast, it costs money to do all what I've been doing, and am I worthy of that money? Is it taking money away from our budget that should be going to something else? This is something that I question, and it has been something that has come up in my life. But I will get back to that, what I'm talking about, but I just want to read you some of these affirmations that I've been saying, and I've recorded it on my phone, and I write it out every day. But as I'm saying it, there's a lot of not believing it, and makes me feel shaky inside. Plus also it makes me desire it. And then it makes me passionate about it, and it makes me feel like I'm not going to no one's going to stand in my way for me to achieve this. So I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I just want to share what I'm feeling at the moment. So I'm just going to read through a few of them. Why am I so rich? Why do I see and accept my own worth and value? Why do I explore and discover great new opportunities? Why is my life today the best I have ever known? Why do I enjoy living a truly abundant lifestyle? Why am I a loving mirror to my friends and family? Why does my business bring in more than I spend? Why do I love being wealthy and spiritual? So that's some of them. And I have so many feelings go inside me when I read them out or when I write them out. I have the feeling of hope. I have the feeling of desire. I have the feeling of belief that I'm worthy of it. But then I have so many other words that come up. Old patterning, old beliefs. And I know that I've taken on these patterns and beliefs from society, from life, and I'm not going to name names because I see the people who have shown me this as the messenger person so I can heal this. I have always had a feeling of lack. Do I really need this? I shouldn't spend that amount of money. And I have spoken about it in my posts on Facebook. You know, I would like to get some new clothes, but oh no, I shouldn't spend that money on that. I would like to go on a holiday, but it never seems to be enough money. I want to change. I don't want to have this restriction within me. And it's really challenging me at the moment because every day as I say these affirmations, I feel like maybe 10% of the time I'm saying what I desire, but probably 90% of the time I'm thinking something else. With my podcast and with me writing my books and getting them published, it all takes time, and it takes me away from so-called earning money from my normal avenues. And then I start to worry because I feel like the universe opens up all this time for me so I can do all of this. And I really have trouble trusting that the universe will provide. I feel like it is something that I really, really want to overcome, and I'm very passionate about. So I want to talk about how it makes me feel when I hear people who have retired and they can travel around Australia or they can go overseas. Well, I just always feel like that will never be me, and I'm very envious of the people. Then when I think about retirement and I think of well, I'm 55. I don't feel like I'm ever going to have enough money to retire. And I think, well, I need to make changes for that. And I feel like I'm a hard worker. And I have been working long hours for a long time in my businesses that I've run. But is it my thought pattern that is squashing this? So when I do travel, I really don't enjoy traveling economy. So when I started reading this affirmation book, I started saying this affirmation. Why do I enjoy traveling business class regularly? Now, when I say that, it actually gives me hope, and it actually really, really fills my heart up with joy because I am worth it. I can allow the universe to bring flow of the money to me. But then I also go back into the mindset of going, you should just be happy that you're going on economy class. How many people in economy class? Just be thankful that you're going overseas or you're going wherever you're going. So this headmaster, he has been ruling me for so long. So my true desire is to let my heart have the joy, let my heart have the smile, and to shut this headmaster up. Now, it's challenging me because, I've done a vision board and I've popped everything on there that I want. And I really feel like I'm focused on making things happen. But does that mean that I'm going to steamroller over anyone who steps in my way? Well, sometimes I feel like I I I get very, very reactive when someone doesn't believe what I believe, and they have their own thoughts, and I get concerned with their energy being in my circle that they're going to actually muck up my manifestation. I really feel it's such a struggle for me to be able to manifest things without that outside influence. So I have manifested so many things and I know I can do it, but am I watering the seed with fertilizer and are they poisoning that seed? This is where I've got to become bigger than that, so I don't take on that influence. This is how I feel because then I get reactive and I'm triggered. I'm triggered because I have a desire to get out of bed every morning to have a goal reached. I'm very passionate about learning and moving forward. And when I see people in my energy circle that aren't like that, and if I see that, if I feel like they're destroying by putting poison on my seed, I get really reactive. So I don't know the answers. All I know is I've got to, I feel I've got to just trust that my soul's desires will be felt and the external is full of fear and they're not in that position to trust or believe. I need to learn to trust myself and trust my guides and trust my spiritual tribe around me that I can have what I want. And I'm not talking about a plant, I'm talking about my true desires. And this is one of the reasons why I closed the door on me promoting my way to happiness. And now I want to write a second book. And so I kind of feel like I'm could be a bit ruthless with close loved ones around me, because if they show any doubt, I just go, I don't want to hear it. I so don't want to hear it, because to me it feels like poison being poured onto that seed that I am fertilizing and I'm watering. So I think what I need to do, and I'm going to really, really try, is just to try and be present and feel blessed for what I have now. And maybe when I'm getting a little bit reactive or a lot reactive, that is because I'm too much in the future. And I can see, well, I'm seeing that my harvest is not going to happen. And then I react. So this is a little message to me to remember just to have a breath, just to enjoy what you have now and bless what you have and be grateful for what you have. And I just need to take that breath and really just be appreciative of the oxygen going into my lungs. And just stay present, and stay present. And really allow me to let go. I don't like the word let go, but I'm going to say just stay present, because letting go is is hard for me to say, and even surrender is hard for me to say, because I don't feel like I can let go of my dreams anymore, because I feel like I had all those years ago. And I don't feel like I want to surrender over. So I would like there to be another word that I could think of, because those two words actually don't have a nice feel to it. So I think I've just got to say trust. I've just got to trust I'm exactly where I am, and it's exactly where I need to be. And just because I don't know the direct path of how I'm going to achieve what I'm going to achieve, I've just got to feel into my heart and know I'm exactly where I need to be. Every night and every morning, I've started saying these, I call them my prayers. And I would like to share them with you, because you might resonate with them, but they certainly bring me joy. Thank you for all the blessings in my life, big and small. I release all negativity from today, and I welcome calm into my being. Thank you. I'm ready to wake up as a magnet for abundance, peace, and clarity. When I say those, I just feel hope. I just feel hope. I I'm not in doom, because sometimes I can get really caught up in the doom gloom of what's happening out there in society, and it can affect my mood, and it can affect my day. And I know I have been judged because I don't watch the news. I don't know what's happening around in the world news. But to me, it is beneficial for me not to know, because it puts me in a place of fear. And I don't need to be in that place. I need to be in a place of I wanted to say the word positivity, but I don't really like the word of positivity or negativity. I just want to be in a place of peace, joy, and love. And I want to share that with the world. And as I'm learning and growing and blossoming, blossoming at 55, I want to share that. And I just hope that being present will help me through the heaviness that I'm feeling at the moment. Normally, I do a lot of writing, and that really helps. But I feel me talking it out and recording this really helps me to play it back and then decide whether you will get to hear it. Because I feel like I really want to be real, vulnerable, and raw, and really express what I'm going through at times. So I've been support working today, and also Blissful Touch. I've had a treatment, given a treatment. I've gone and done some cleaning and prep, and I was really working through what was coming up for me. And it was like, you know what, you've just got to jump on and record this for an episode. So my hair, my makeup, not that I wear much makeup, but I'm as it is. So very raw. So I just want to thank you for listening, and I hope I didn't rabble on too much. But as I get more confident hearing me speak about deep, deep things, I feel like I won't have the headmaster ruling as much. And my heart certainly is smiling. So thank you for sharing this moment with us. I hope something in this conversation stayed with you, opened something up in you, or simply made you feel seen. If this episode moved you, feel free to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to continue the journey with us, be sure to subscribe and stay connected. Until next time, take care of your heart and remember, your story matters. Thank you.